Good morning, you guys. It is Royal Elizabeth, and I'm back with a nursing vlog. I am here because I just want to vlog my day and how it is for a new grad nurse. I've been a nurse for about 8 months now. Woo! So I haven't made a nursing vlog in a long time, and I know I have some subscribers who subscribe to my channel because I'm a nurse and they want to see how my daily life is as a nurse, right? So why not vlog it? So first things first is I already logged into my phone. So we have these work phones right here, and we just log in our phone. So when a patient hits the nurse button or they hit the pain button, it'll come straight to my phone. So I already logged in, did everything I needed to do with that. Also, we also have another app on here where we can see patients' actual vitals and stuff like that. So I can just log in my phone and just see that someone's blood pressure was 124 over 66, or their oxygen levels is 88, or they need to get 2 liters of nasal cannula or 1 liter of nasal cannula because they're destatting or anything like that. But all my patients are doing good right now. I already got report on my patients. I already got report on them. So now I'm just going through the computer on Epic, and I'm just looking at the orders, making sure that I need to, like, the night nurse didn't give me false information, or they just let some things out like, oh, this patient is supposed to be on telemonitor or anything like that. So that's what I'm about to do now. So it says room 24 needs the RN, see? So it dings, I look at the notification, and then I go into the patient's room. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then come back and look at my orders, make sure they have a regular diet, anything like that. So one of my patients have already complained of pain, so that will be the first patient that I will pass meds to. I'm now looking at what meds she has due. So for pain, I can give her, looks like she just got an oxy at 6:03, so she's not due for that because that's every 4 hours. I can give her a Flexeril. There is something for muscle spasm, so I'm gonna go ahead and give her that, and give her scheduled Tylenol and everything else. I am giving her a Flexeril, narcotics, and muscle relaxers. I always check the blood pressure before I give those because those can drop the blood pressure. But I see that my nurse aide already got her vitals at 734, and her blood pressure is 124 over 66. So I feel okay to give her this Flexeril and her other medication. So I'm gonna go ahead and send that to the Omnicell, and then I'm gonna go ahead and medicate her. So I'm in the clean hold. I'm gonna go ahead and get some baggies because I use this. If you saw my last YouTube video, you saw that I use these baggies a lot. I love them. So I have 4 patients today, may get 5, so I always get an extra one if I get a new admission. I come in here and I get some new alcohol wipes so I can flush my lines. You know, you want to scrub the hub for 15 to 20 seconds. And then here are my options. Go ahead and get those. Oh, and then I need to get some med cups just in case the patient's room don't have any. If I have any AccuChecks, or actually I do have an AccuCheck. AccuCheck is if I have a diabetic patient who might need insulin. So I'll go ahead and re-up on some insulin needles. Some med cups. And I do have a COVID patient today, so I'm gonna get a new N95. Actually, let me get some extras, just in case for the nurse aide. So I gave her half a tablet of a muscle relaxer, but I also gave her some Tylenol just to help with that pain as well. She's not due for anything else for 2 more hours. She can get another oxy tablet, but I feel like I did good with her pain management for right now, and I also gave her some new ice packs. Now I'm about to medicate my next patient. Okay, so one of my other patients, they are AccuCheck. So I had an AccuCheck patient, but based off the sliding scale, they don't get any insulin. It was 177, and anything less than 200 mg/dl, they do not get any units. So I will go ahead and pass any other meds, aspirin, Lipitor. This patient gets an Ansef, which is an antibiotic, Celebrate, Celexa, dexamethasone, Pepcid, no insulin as stated, metformin, which is another pill that they can take PO, and that is for diabetic patients, but it's not like a sub-Q shot like insulin. So he'll get metformin. The food tray is in the room. And metformin, that, oxybutynin, that must be, so that med comes from pharmacy. It's called Ectos. Miralax is up there. So he has 2 meds coming from pharmacy and then 2 stool softeners. I'll go ahead and send this to the Omnicell. Get my little baggie for room 23. And then I'm gonna go ahead and also send my meds for 21, just so I can just get both of the meds for both of my patients. My last 2 patients is 9 o'clock. You want to try and pass meds before 9:30 for all your patients, no later than 10. To pass meds an hour before and an hour after they are actually due. So this patient has a blood pressure medicine, Norvasc, so I'll make sure that I'll check that blood pressure. You always want to check the blood pressure before you give narcotics, muscle relaxers, blood pressure medicine, any type of heart medicines. You want to make sure that you're checking those before you give those, because they have parameters. So with this patient, Norvasc, you'll hold systolic blood pressure if it's less than 100. Oh, it stinks. Okay. It goes in 0.9 normal saline. These off. Clamp my tubing. And then I'll hook it up in the patient's room, squeeze it, and prime it. Let's get to it. So I just cleaned 2 patients, gave them bed baths. 1 patient is incontinent, giving her oxybutynin. Don't quote me if I'm pronouncing these right, but that's supposed to help with like overreactive bladders and stuff like that. Then I just cleaned another patient. She was having some diarrhea and nausea. Sent her up, gave her a bath and gown and everything. So now I'm about to chart. So I passed all my meds. As you can see, this is the line right here of what time it is. It's 11 o'clock, so I won't be able to pass this med until, this is a, this is a insulin needle, subcutaneous Lispro. And that's when the meal tray is there, so I won't be passing that. So I won't be passing that right now. Right now, I'm just gonna catch up with my charting, make sure that all my assessments are in, neurological assessments, you know, gastro assessment, all that full body assessments, basically make sure that I charted on all those, on all my patients, and then just catch up on some charting, and then probably eat me some oatmeal. So you guys, I finally caught up on a little bit of charting. I made sure all my assessments were charted just in case the doctors want to go ahead and look at that. I think when they told me during orientation that it has to, like, your first assessment has to be charted by at least 1 o'clock. So I already done that. It is only 11:15 right now, so not too late. But now I'm about to eat me a little bit of breakfast. Usually I have time to go downstairs to the cafeteria breakfast. I can get me some French toast, some eggs, bacon, and all that. But I was not able to do that today because today's kind of busy. But today's my 3rd day. I worked 3 days back to back, so it's okay. I'm not stressing. So I have me some oatmeal in my bag that I take with me. I have a really big bag, really big bog bag, and I love it. It's doable.
We made a bad decision that night. If our son had known.
So 2 of my patients are getting discharged. I already caught up on charting on them. So I'm just waiting on them to eat their lunch. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get them out of here. I'm about to go ahead and pass med to one of my patients, put some lidocaine patches on them. That'll just help numb the area where she's having pain, which I already know where she's having pain, which is the right side of her back and her right hip. I'll go ahead and give her that. She's a COVID patient, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my PPE. You can go ahead and give me a report. When I do give insulin, I always ask the patient, like, hey, do you want it in your arm or do you want it in your belly? You just want to make sure that you're giving it in those fatty spots. And you want to alternate sides. You don't want to keep poking her on the right side of her lower belly because it'll start to get hard and it's just unnecessary. And we are nurses and we are supposed to take care of our patients. So if you can alternate those sides or alternate those arms or alternate each side of the belly, that would be the best thing to do. Period. So update, I had 5 patients. I got rid of 1 patient, so now I'm back to 4 patients. I got a new admission. She is on a PCA pump. She got neck surgery, so she has a JP drain on her right side. Only thing about her is just making sure that I'm going in there, checking on her, and making, you have to chart if they have, like, let's see what I have to chart. I have to chart how many times the patient has pushed the button. So say total drug hydromorphine, total demands, that's how many times they pushed the button, and delivered doses is how many they got. She is alert and oriented. I have her on continuous post-ox, and I have her on the heart monitor, just making sure that everything is good, and I just keep checking in there, and family's at the bedside. Y'all, so I just ate my lunch. What time did I get on my lunch break? I got on my lunch break probably 3:35. It's 4:05 now. My lunch break is over. So I just got back off my lunch break and now I'm about to discharge another patient. Go ahead and get her out of here. So exciting. So when you discharge a patient, You just have to make sure you get discharge vitals, make sure their assessment is still the same from when you first received the patient in the morning shift, which is, we do our first assessment at 9 a.m., but you know, you don't want no differences or anything. And then take the IV out. And then you'll go over the discharge paperwork with the patient thoroughly. I highlight, I make sure the patient understands, and then after they understand everything that I went over in the packet, then they sign a piece of paper just verifying like, hey, me and my nurse went over this education, I fully understand, I don't have any questions, and then they put the date and time, and then they're good to go. Then I'll go ahead and put in transport, and then transport will come, send up a wheelchair, get the patient down to the main lobby, and their family will pick them up. So I got that patient out of here. I had 1 new admission, so now I'm back to 3 patients only. It's 4:54, so it's time for me to do my reassessments. And on my floor, it's different on each unit. You do 9, 1, and 5 when you do your assessments. So just making sure that there's nothing different. There's no swooping or drooping on one side of the face, no drooping of the eyelid. The pupils are still reactive to light. All those things, you want to make sure that you're doing that 9, 1, and 5, but it's different at every unit. And I'm going to go ahead and do that, pass my last rounds of meds, and then I'll be going home in 2 hours. I'll be going home in 2 hours. I'm so ready. I did 3 days back to back, so a girl is tired. Minutes, it's about pop. Ensure I'm checking up on my charting. My new admission patient that had neck surgery, I made sure that she voided. When a person gets a Foley taken out, they have to void within 6 hours. Bladder scanned her before and after. She voided and emptied her bladder very well. She only had 30 left in her bladder, which is fine, as long as it's not over 300 or 400. Got my other patient up to the chair. She's eating her dinner. My other patient, I repositioned her, stood her up in the bed, and warmed up her food. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Yes. Everything is cleared, and I'm about to head out. It is 6:54. About to get out of here.